it's hard because I am so competitive that I'm very proud of him and for him and the job that he did tonight. And it's really hard for me to go away. I want to fight again. I want to fight right now. It was the same thing when I fought Errol Spence. When my name wasn't called as the winner, I wanted it the same night. And I know it's going to take some time for this feeling to go away. And as this feeling goes away, I'll probably be more proud of myself and everything that I did through the course of the night. But here we are. He saw. I took too many shots right there, clean, and it's not to pour it away. That's not what we do. It was bad defense. Hands were down, and I think part of me is just wanted to get back and was careless, and then the other part of me was a little out of it and not able to defend myself quick enough. Again, I understand what my dad's position was there, and I didn't expect it though. But when I saw it, I was okay. You're up, you're down. We didn't have any of those conversations. We literally going round by round. My dad did an excellent job in the corner. Gave me some really good instruction and some really good adjustments to make as well. I think my execution was there, but my consistency wasn't there. But through the 10 rounds that we had gone, I really wasn't sure where the score was. There were some rounds that I felt like were definitely mine, and then there were some other rounds where, I get hit a little bit more than usual against Terence Crawford. So, I automatically feel like, that's not my round. So I really wasn't sure where the score was. And my dad didn't really give me a score. I think he was more so focused on let's take this round by round and let's stay focused and let's beat this man. And we didn't get it tonight.
What were the first words you told your son after you entered the ring? Because you were pretty adamant as the second knockdown happened. I saw you immediately jump up to the ring post that you wanted the fight stopped. So as you got to Shawn, what words were exchanged between you two?
That's it. That's it. I said, that's it. We're done. That's it.
Did he argue with you at all?
No. There was no argument. He was more within himself, mad at himself, not mad at what I was saying to him. Like, he was kind of stuck in this, there. As he went down and he, slammed his hands on the canvas, he's pissed at himself, not at me. No, so.
Shawn, over here. In the beginning, he started off fighting conventional, and then he switched to his regular southpaw situation. How did you assess that as you were going into the fight? Were you able to deal with that properly in the beginning?
Yeah, well, you know what? We trained basically southpaw for him. We knew that a majority of the fight by him would be fought southpaw. And, we know that that's where his comfort zone is as a southpaw. So there were a few times where he switched during the fight, and there was no thing. I think we handled that accordingly the way we always do. And, the switch really wasn't the problem. I think it was just more so me. I was a little hesitant tonight, and I don't think I kept my foot on the gas pedal enough. I'm prepared to retire. I was prepared to announce my retirement tonight. Win, lose, or draw. Even if it was a draw, they were telling us we were going to have to do it again. I was not going to do it again. I'm announcing my retirement right now. Yeah.
Legend, great career. All the way.
Kenny, that being said, did that play in your mind as you made the stoppage, that knowing that this was probably going to be his last fight?
He didn't know, unless he had feelings of some sentiments of his own. But this is a conversation we haven't had.
What were you planning on telling him?
Now.
Shit.
Please criticize me. Go right ahead. I love it. Because at the end of the day, which this is where we at right now, we are at the end. We're at the end. Tomorrow morning, I will be able to look out of my window at his house right across the street from me. I will be able to play with my little G-men. Those are my grandsons. I will be able to walk my dog over to his house. I will be able to hug my daughter-in-law. And I will be able to love on my son So we won before we got here. We were already winning. It's just what's expected in the ring, but in the biggest part of this picture, when this thing is over with, I'm still his father. He's still my son, right? And we get to do that part. That's a long life of that. There's a whole bunch of that to go on, you know? So, you know, I just saw things that told me that it was time. He may have been right in this fight, right there with the guy. It was a surprise for me that he went down, and I've never seen him go like that. And then what happened after that, he got hurt again, and I saw him at a deficit. He didn't have everything it took to protect himself. And coming in here, I wasn't seeing that same thing going on, protecting himself. So the most important thing is that I'm able to walk away from here and he's safe. That's it.
Let's give a round of applause to a great fighter, a great career, and one of the best commentators in the sport of boxing, Shawn Porter.
And I said this earlier, and I believe it to be true. There will be a day, there will be a time, on multiple occasions, when Shawn and Terence kids actually play together. I want to see that, Terence. Yes. And I must say that Shawn ain't been toughing his boys up, so we're going to have to get ready for that. Them play dates, we got to get ready for them play dates.
Last thing I'm gonna say is thank you guys. God bless you, and enjoy this man right here, man. He's quite a guy. You already know that. Yeah, congratulations, bud.
Do you think this was your best performance?
No, I wouldn't say that.
No? How do you critique yourself?
I did good, but at times, you know, I let Shawn work when I could have been working with him, but I just gave him the confidence to keep doing what he was doing at times. But I feel like, you know, Jeff Horn, Felix Diaz performances was better than tonight.
Interesting. He said, in trying to describe you, he said there's no other way to describe Terence than different. When you hear somebody refer to you as different, what do you think they refer to that way, talking about you like that?
Well, I think they referred to my versatility and my ability to adjust. And not only adjust, but adjust in a way where, you know, I take away their strength and, you know, make it their weaknesses.
And my last question for you, you know, obviously you're becoming a free agent. Bob said if you know, he would talk to you about individual fights. He mentioned Spence, he mentioned Josh Taylor. Is there any individual fight out there that appeals to you more than others? And secondly, when do you make the decision? How do you kind of go through it and come up with your decision?
Well, I'm pretty sure my decision is made already. You know, Bob couldn't secure me the Spence fight when I was with him. So how you going to secure me the Spence fight when I'm not with him? So, you know, I'm moving forward with my career right now, and I wish everybody the best. Well, you got to understand, you know, like it's been a long time coming. You know, everybody was downgrading the level of competition that I was fighting, said I'm not fighting nobody and this and that and that and this. But today, I got the opportunity to fight another top welterweight, as y'all say, you know, and it showed today. You know, it showed that the guys that I was fighting, they wasn't no pushovers, they wasn't no walkovers. Y'all might didn't know them because their name wasn't highly out there like the rest of our names, but they was talented fighters. You know, they was undefeated fighters. They was hungry. They didn't have nothing to lose. They never lost before, so they don't know how to lose. But a lot of people, you know, they criticize them. They see how I win, and you know, they down talk them and they bash them and say, "Oh, well, he's not fighting nobody." Well, today I fought somebody and the same thing happened.
But how did you feel that you were the guy that knocked him out and those guys couldn't?
Well, it's the same, you know what I mean, with anybody else. You know, I was beating undefeated fighters. I was the first person to stop them and, make them look the way they did, and they never looked it the same after, and people will call them washed up and say, oh, well, they not this, they not that. But have you seen anybody do Kell Brook the way that I did?
And lastly, it was close on the scorecards. At one point, I believe on two of the cards, you were ahead on all three. In your mind, I felt like it was a close fight. I think a lot of guys at ringside did. How did you feel it was in the ring? How close did you think it was?
I didn't think it was close at all, to tell you the truth. I was out there, doing what I wanted to do, and once I got the look that it was close, I had to turn it up in that round, and that's when I got to stop it.
Now, Terence, James Weller, Boxing Source. Talk about that adjustment to go southpaw pretty much in the second and third round and catching Shawn Porter with those counters.
Well, Shawn Porter, he was just trying to land that overhand right, and I seen that I can catch him in between that shot, and the southpaw stance would be the best shot to catch him with.
Terence, after a while where you were, done with the Spence fight, but from what you said to Bob and just now, it sounds like you might want that fight once more. Do you want that fight still? And if it takes having to go to PBC, will you do that?
Man, like I said before, man, I don't need Spence. I've been the number one guy in the division since I came here. 3-time, 3-weight world champion, like undisputed world champion, come in the welterweight division, my first fight, and win a title. Like, the things that I've been doing in my whole career is nothing compared to Spence. Not to take nothing away from him, he's unified and whatnot. But like I said, it is what it is at the end of the day.
But William King for 95.7 Omaha. When's the next time you're going to come to Omaha and showcase your skills?
Oh, I don't know. I'll be there tomorrow, but I don't know when the next time we're going to fight.
Now, and then my last question, what side are you? What side are you? Are you the A side or are you the B side?
Man, I'm the all side. What my plans to do is to take care of my 6 kids. That's my ultimate plan. And, build a bright future for them, and give them something to look up to as, their father. So that's my ultimate plan. So everything I do is for them at the end of the day. My performance today would determine whether you put me number 1 or number 2, and that's not for me to decide. It's all opinionated. So, y'all make y'all opinion, y'all assumptions, and y'all do what y'all do. And y'all vote on it, and y'all tell me who's number 1 and who's number 2.
Thank you, guys. Terence, if you want to have one last statement before you go, the floor is yours.
Yeah, let's go, man. Me and Shakur fighting for his title. He got his little belt. You know what I mean? My little brother got his little belt. You know what I mean? Shout out to my little bro, man. He the next one. I'm telling y'all right now, and I've been telling y'all for years, he gonna be the next undisputed champion of the world, pound for pound, number 1 fighter in the world right here.